Without Hutch, I don't believe they'd have won the pennant.
That was the voice of Duke Snider, and this is Tops in Sports, a production of the United States Air Force. This is Kyle Rote, and today we'll be talking with Duke Snider, one of the big sluggers of the National League for the past decade. But first, this interesting message.
Today,
folks, welcome to Vintage Baseball Reflections. I am Tom, the baseball nostalgia guy, bringing you these treasured pieces. Do you miss the good old days of listening to baseball through radios? It was a classic pastime that stood for decades and shaped how we cherish baseball and our heroes. These stories are from a moment in time that were heard by fans just like you. They are uncut, unfiltered, simply here for you to enjoy. So I just want you to enjoy this reflection on baseball history.
the young people of our country are being asked to take on a responsible job that's vital to all of us. It's opening a new frontier. Only this frontier is straight up into the realm of aerospace, of air and space beyond. And today, from the ground up, this is the world of the United States Air Force.
If you are a young man between 17 and 27 years of age inclusive, why delay the step you've been thinking about? There may be an important job for you in the United States Air Force. Here you may have the opportunity to start an exciting career in aviation, or missile maintenance, electronics, administration, or security. For with Air Force training and experience behind you, there's a bright future ahead in the aerospace age.
Now more than ever before, there's a place for tomorrow's leaders on the aerospace team. Think about it. Look into it. For America's future and your own, join the United States Air Force. See your local Air Force recruiter today.
Duke Snider, you've played for several managers during your eventful career. Leo DeRocher, Bert Schotten, Charlie Dressen, and Walter Alston. Tell me, do you find it difficult to adjust from one manager to the other?
No, I don't believe you have to adjust too much to a different manager. I haven't found any difference in the four managers that I've played with. There might be a difference as far as pressure on you at different times, when some managers will leave you alone and others will keep constant pressure on you. But I didn't notice it too much because I was a swinger and they didn't bother me too much.
Well then, Duke, how much is there to the belief that certain managers can get more out of a ball player than others? Is there any truth to that?
I think so, yes. You definitely have different types of managers who can get more out of their players than others. A good example of that was last season with Freddie Hutchison of the Cincinnati Ball Club. I believe Hutch got as much out of that ball club as anybody in the country would have gotten out of them, and that's why they won the pennant. Without Hutch, I don't believe they'd have won the pennant.
Well, that's a mighty fine compliment to a mighty fine man, Duke. Fred Hutchinson must have applied master psychology to his men, which brings up another point, that a manager must be prepared to handle 25 individuals 25 different ways. Is there very much to that?
Definitely so. Everybody can't be handled the same. I've seen some of this in the years that I've been with the Dodgers, where some fellows were handled wrong. It's hard to handle each individual correctly. Some fellows need a pat on the back, and some fellows need to be read off a little bit when they make their mistakes, and you have to be able to sense this, and with your time with your players, you have to be able to judge each individual and how you should handle them.
Well, Duke, you've certainly been handling yourself as a major leaguer for many years.
Well, I hope so.
Well, tell us, of the more than 400 homers you've blasted, major and minor, which one stands out in your memory?
Well, that's kind of a tough question. I would say possibly the home run that stands out in my mind was a home run I hit when I wasn't in the major leagues, when Mr. Rickey was down in Fort Worth when I was playing with that team in '46. Hit a home run that night, and he saw how far it went, and the next spring I got to come up to the Dodger Club for spring training in Havana, Cuba because of that home run. So I would have to say that this was probably one of the most important home runs that I hit. It got me to the major leagues a little quicker.
And the Snider home run became a Dodger trademark. Thanks for being with us, Duke.
Thank you very much.
That was Duke Snider, fans, and this has been Tops in Sports, brought to you by your United States Air Force. This is Kyle Rote. Tops in Sports is written by Dick Young and produced by Brad Simpson for the United States Air Force in cooperation with this station.
They took the blue from the skies and the pretty girl's eyes and a touch of Old Glory's hue, and gave it to the men who proudly wear the U.S. Air Force blue. And you can wear it too, the U.S. Air Force blue.
VintageBaseballReflections.com features a treasure chest of baseball audio. The wonderful thing is the audio isn't a guy like me or a few talking heads reflecting on players, seasons, or teams. It is the actual players from that era, announcers from that era, giving you an uncut, unfiltered, unrecent day stance on what it was like then. These are real-time clips from that era. Now, we encourage you to check out our entire back catalog of baseball audio. And if you like old-time games, and folks, you are not alone. Join the membership section to enjoy interacting with fans, scoring games with folks just like you, and listening to hundreds of radio broadcasts that were baseball classics. As a special offer to you, type in "This Day in Baseball" for a discount just for you. And if you enjoyed the show, hit the plus sign to subscribe, follow us on the socials, and above all, share us with your friends who love baseball history just like you.